How's it going, guys? Thunderstud here, and boy oh boy do I have a deck for you today. It's another 30 card deck that uses the Lightsworn engine in full power. That's 3 Raiden, 3 Lumina, 3 Brigade, and 1 Grass with Spell Specialist. That's the engine. You know the engine, it makes synchros, it makes these level 7s, and it can also make the 11 with a 7 monster and a 4 tuner. That's an 11. Definitely though, remove one of the 11s and add an 8 synchro, because you can make 8 synchros with the Aloof Lupine. Anyway, this is 30 card Metaphys, guys. 30 card Metaphys. It's so wild. It's a deck I've wanted to make ever since this card came out. It's Celestia. All worm-type monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, banish 3 worm-type monsters from your graveyard, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. That's a lot of worm monsters, but as long as we fill our graveyard up really fast, that's helping us both banish our Metaphys monsters, and it's destroying a card on the field. So it works out very, very, very good, guys. It's so crazy good. And we're also using Soul Release, which will banish up to 5 cards in any graveyard. Very good card. And that's how we are banishing our milled Metaphys monsters. Now, how are we banishing Metaphys monsters in our hand? We still have Ace of Metaphys that we can search, and we still have Aloof Lupine, who will banish from our hand. Celestia would be amazing if it was a Metaphys card we could search. Oh my goodness, it'd be so good. But it's not. But it's still pretty good, guys. I really like it. It's a very interesting card. And on top of that, it's just all the Metaphys plays. Now, I've snuck in 1 Elemental Lord of Light. It's kind of hard because you need exactly 5 light in your graveyard, but usually you're able to tailor it with a card like Soul Release. You can get the right ratios in your graveyard and work it out. And of course, Kiteroid in there to save us. But man, guys, it's all about Celestia banishing your Metaphys monsters. This video has one of the most epic comebacks I've ever made in my Duel League's career. I could not believe the duel. I'll make sure it's the first replay. It's absolutely insane, guys. So this deck was wild. I tried to make this deck when this Celestia first came out, but it wasn't working with just pure grass. But it works well enough with Lightsworn. Now that you have the synchros to fall back on, it's great, guys. I'm so excited about this deck. Really excited to show you these replays. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Okay, here's a D-Sod Seto Kaiba going second. He's using 26 cards. He is Lightsworn. So he dumps a couple Lightsworn monsters. Normal summons a Lumina. Special summons a Tuner. That's a Zeta. Here we're going to Light Brigade of our own. We get a Daedalus, a Raiden, and a Kiteroid in there. We do a Lumina play of our own. Zeta's gonna banish our Raiden. Didn't see that coming, so I'm gonna Soul Release like virtually his whole graveyard. Now he has no Lightsworn monsters in his graveyard, and we get to banish our own Daedalus. Lumina hits him, and then we throw more monsters into our graveyard. Zeta's back. My Raiden is back. Now he's gonna Light Brigade again. Searches the Raiden. Uses another Lumina, another Raiden play. Doesn't choose not to use his second Raiden effect. Uses his Michael, Arch Lightsworn Michael, banishes our Raiden, swings into our Lumina, but Kiteroid saves us from lethal, guys. He mills his deck and has a Dog Baron. We're still in the duel, thanks to Kiteroid. We get an Ace of Metaphys. Metaphys gives us a search. We're getting somewhere now. Search a Daedalus. We're going to banish the Daedalus with our Ace of Metaphys. That's going to lower their attacks. Now we normal summon Lumina, throw away the Raiden, special summon a Raiden in defense this time. Mill the deck. That's going to be a 7 synchro of a Black Rose wipe, guys. But we got to come out in defense to avoid the Zeta. Banish all the monsters. Michael's going to return Lightsworn monsters into his deck and heal them 1200. My Daedalus banishes another Metaphys. It's his turn. He sets a monster and passes. Metaphys banishes. That's a Tyrant Dragon. Now we have fuel for our Aloof Lupine. He's gonna banish a Tyrant Dragon and a Metaphys. Swing into a Bacon Saver. So that's the combo. Now Metaphys will search and Tyrant Dragon will summon whatever we search. And we search the Tyrant Dragon, so we're gonna summon a Tyrant Dragon. Our opponent sets a card. We get our Phosphorus, but we obviously can't use him. We hit a Rico. Rico hits our Tyrant Dragon. We swing with our Aloof Lupine. He has a Kiteroid. So we're matching similar decks, guys. He sets a monster. We get a Brigade. Look at that. 17 cards in our graveyard. We search a Raiden. Normal summon the Raiden. Nothing we can do further. I don't want to mill my deck any further because we're down to 7. Try to hit him for 1700. He uses another instance of a Prismatic Kiteroid. Now we have to forcefully mill our deck. That's 2 more. Our opponent sets one. We get a grass that's greener that we can't use. Hit him for 1700 this time. Mill our deck again, guys. We're getting down to 2 cards in our deck. 22 cards in our graveyard. He's going into another Lumina play. Another Synchro play, guys. He's got another Michael. Michael's gonna swing into the Aloof Lupine. That's gonna give us Kiteroid back to our hand. We have 2 Kiteroids in our hand, guys. So he mills his own deck pretty well. We get a Metaphys. We swing our Raiden into him so he can't hurt us any harder. Now he Judgment Dragons his own Lightsworn. He would have decked out, but when Arch Lightsworn is destroyed, you get to send as many Lightsworn monsters as you want back into your deck and get healed for just an insane amount. Look at that. 2400. He's right back in the duel. Kiteroid saves us from our hand. We have 2 Kiteroids. What are we gonna do, guys? What card can possibly save us? We only have 1 card left in our deck. We have to win. Or do we? So we top deck Celestia, guys. The brand new Celestia. Banish 3 Metaphys. All 3 Metaphys. Destroy his Judgment Dragon. Now we get the full combo, and guess what? Metaphys monsters return to your deck, so we're gonna be just fine. We use Tyrant Dragon to special summon Metaphys to search that Tyrant Dragon. We don't use the Daedalus, so we have a card in our deck. Celestia again, guys. Banish 3 more. Destroy that face down Rico. Hit him for 2700. Banish that Metaphys. That's 3 cards banished. We use the Tyrant Dragon to special summon a Tyrant Dragon. Metaphys to search that Tyrant Dragon back to the deck. Our opponent has to scoop. We get to normal summon our Kiteroid, guys. He only has 200 life points left. He's sitting on a Bacon Saver. Bacon Saver stops Metaphys Tyrant Dragon, but not Kiteroid. For the Kiteroid finish, cycling 1 card in the deck. Absolutely crazy. The craziest comeback duel I've ever had, guys. Absolutely nuts. Okay, here comes the Shizu. We're going second, avoiding a rank down. It's real easy to lose 2 in a row, especially when you're losing or learning a crazy deck like this. So here we have Celestia and ways to mill our graveyard, guys. That's a fantastic start. So we use our Charge Brigade, search a Lumina, but we can't use our Lumina. Look, we already have the perfect trio for our Celestia. We milled a Metaphys, a Daedalus, and a Tyrant Dragon. Absolutely insane. So we get an immediate Celestia, destroy that face down monsters, Gravekeepers. We normal summon our Raiden, mill 2 more, we mill another Tyrant Dragon, mill 2 more, we mill a Daedalus. Daedalus effect banishes a Metaphys. Metaphys is going to search a Tyrant Dragon. Tyrant Dragon is going to special summon the Tyrant Dragon, and he's 3200 thanks to Celestia. Now he no mortals can resist our boys. He hits us with the Necro Valley. That's not a cool move, bro. We still get a Metaphys search for an Ace of Metaphys. Raiden's going to mill a Kiteroid and a Metaphys. Now guys, look, we're gonna normal summon a Lumina. We know he's Gravekeepers, so all we need is the almighty Samurai Destroyer. No flip effect for you. Hit him with a 3200 Tyrant Dragon, and that's the game, guys. Great stuff. Okay, here we are fighting a Pegasus. Going first. Spell Specialist. So we have a Grass That's Greener and a Charge of the Light Brigade. We got a ton of Metaphys monsters. We got some Kiteroids. And we got Lightsworn monsters, so literally everything's in there. We get our Lumina play started. Another Raiden. That deck is thin, guys. We got more Metaphys, more Lightsworn. Fortune Lady every in defense. Very successful. 19 cards in our graveyard. Absolutely insane. We're fighting a Dark Magician. He sets one. Ends his turn. Fortune Lady every banishes that monster. We're gonna Soul Release a Tyrant Dragon, a Metaphys, or sorry, a Daedalus, and a Metaphys. Here we swing with our Fortune Lady every. He brings out some Dark Magicians. We're gonna hit that boy. Here we're going to Daedalus and banish another Metaphys. We're gonna Metaphys search, Ace of Metaphys, and we're going to special summon a Daedalus and banish our own Fortune Lady every. But that's okay. And you'll see why in a moment. But here he's going to summon a Dark Magician, use Master of Rites to get a Magician of Chaos. Now he's going to use Magic Formula, super random card, destroys our Daedalus, now he's in the graveyard. Metaphys is going to search a Daedalus of our own. Now we'll have an Ace of Metaphys, banish our Daedalus or our Tyrant Dragon, except we get hit with a Magician's Navigation. Even if we activate it, we don't get the banish. It's not a cost, so we pass our turn. Remember, we have Kiteroids down there, so we're pretty safe with those 18 cards in our graveyard. We hit him with the Kiteroid, and he's done for. We pull a Metaphys, so we're going to use our Ace of Metaphys. He special summons more Dark Magicians. We lower all their attacks. He's got a Dark Magical Circle, but we're still going to lower his... Oh no, we don't lower his attack. It has to be on the field to resolve. So we set our Raiden. We banish a Tyrant Dragon. Special summon a Daedalus. That banishes the whole field, guys. He has to normal summon. He destroys our boy. But now it's our turn. We get a Lupine. It's perfect. We're going to banish a Metaphys, banish a Tyrant Dragon, swing over him, swing for 2600. He only has 300 life points left. Top decks and scoops, guys. Great stuff. Okay, here we are fighting Bones. Going first. He's using a really creepy mat. I like it. That's pretty funny. So here we have a Soul Release and a way to start milling, so that's already ballin'. We hit a Metaphys and a Lightsworn monster. Lightsworn monster means Lumina. Lumina's got a special summon Raiden, that's even more milling. Great stuff. We got another Metaphys monster in the grave, that's what we want. Start with a defense position, Fortune Lady every with 8 cards in the grave. Not too bad. We get another Soul Release, so we can stand to use one. We're gonna banish 2 Metaphys and a Daedalus. Switch to attack. We hit a No Curse. That brings out a Barrel Dragon. Barrel Dragon's gonna destroy our Fortune Lady every. Not the end of the world, because we're about to use our Daedalus to banish a Tyrant Dragon for the next turn. All we gotta do is survive this turn with our Kiteroid, because we're getting a double search. Do we want a Daedalus, or do we want a Tyrant Dragon? We'll be able to special summon either one of them next turn with that Tyrant Dragon effect. We just have to use this Kiteroid to survive. He's using Moral Curse, getting more monsters out to attack. We take the 1200. Now we reveal the Kiteroid at the 2800. And our opponent graciously does not waste my time and scoops. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are versus a D-Sod Seto Kaiba going first. About to avoid a rank down. I think I had a few rank down potentials, but I was just learning the deck. It's easy to learn lose 2 in a row, guys. So here we have 2 Celestia. We just got to get enough Metaphys in our graveyard. We get no Metaphys in our graveyard so far, though. 2 Lightsworn and a Kiteroid. That opens up our Synchro plays. That's another Raiden. We finally get a Metaphys with the Metaphys. That's a Fortune Lady every in defense, too, so it's not just milling, it's also a good play. Our opponent sets a back or a monster. We Celeste again. We got a Tyrant Dragon. We just need one more Metaphys monster and we'll be good. So we discard our Lupine, bring out Raiden, mill again. We get 2 Metaphys monsters that time. We activate our Celestia. We would banish 3 of our Metaphys monsters, starting the chain. We would destroy that face down monster. We'd do another Synchro. We'd already have lethal. He would need Kiteroids. And then we'd still have Metaphys follow up. So absolutely crazy plays, guys. This deck was so exciting. I was so glad it's finally working now with these Lightsworn plays, because it's just different. We had that Fortune Lady Every to sit on. If that was just grass, it would have just milled our deck, and then we wouldn't have really had a follow-up. But sitting on the Fortune Lady Every, following up with Celestia is just super cool in this deck, guys. It's super awesome. I'm really into it. Thank you for watching.